Hello and welcome to a little update on the year that was 2022 for FutureMatch. I thought, and the team thought, it would be a really good idea to sort of share the journey and the highlights of the year, because as a startup and as a founder, we don't always take the time out to just take a breath, reflect on what we've done, how we've done it, and most importantly, what we've achieved, because we're always searching and seeking the next thing. So I found it really helpful, if that's the right word. I find like really kind of a nice meditative way of just kind of looking back on the year and going, oh wow, that happened, and what did that mean, and look at the impact of what that meeting had on the success that we had here and all that type of stuff. So there's a lot of things that we've kind of highlighted and tried to document it all. So let's talk about the exciting part, which is every single part that is there. But we raised investment, right? So we managed to, over the last 12 months, raise £200,000, bring on two new investors into the FutureMatch vision, dream, and ambition. We had a great session with the UK Business Angels Association at their two early career summits, both in Manchester and London. That was a great highlight, an opportunity to share the room with angel investors, with individuals passionate about investing in startups like ourselves, but also just getting a good idea of the landscape in terms of where the future of kind of fundraising looks like, going, what does it look like, and just kind of getting this lovely energy in the room, that there's a huge amount of optimism, and just having really just genuine conversations, not just about raising investment, but talking about what it means and understanding the psyche of angel investors was really good. And of course, that led into other things. We had an opportunity to be part of a few pitching events, and I love pitching events, because I think not only is it a chance to showcase your business, it's the conversations you have afterwards, it's the feedback that you get that enables you to sort of improve where you are and what you're doing next. So I thoroughly enjoy those kind of sessions. So we made it to the semi-final of the Venture Fest, which is run by Minerva. So I was really excited to be part of that. We're part of the Innovate UK Pitch Fest for the Midlands. And we had a wonderful evening in Belfast as part of the Raise Ventures pitch event as well. So that's really exciting, and really learned so much, and that was a great highlight for us. From the awards perspective, we were shortlisted for the Digital Leaders Top 100 in the Digital SME of the Year category. So that was a huge achievement for us to be in the 10 nominated. I think we were in the top 3. So that was really exciting. Accelerator-wise, to be part of the Barclays Black Founders Accelerator program. Wow, absolutely amazing. To get onto the Tech Nation Libra program, which we're currently part of. Wow, great. Both programs focused on the underrepresented females, Black community, BME community. I mean, I thought it was amazing, right? And I'm always inspired by the delivery of the content, but also it's the founders who are part of the program that make it for me, and just so proud, and always a highlight to be part of that, of these accelerators and what they mean and what they give us and enable us to achieve. To be part of the E4F program, and John Cook, really what a inspirational guy, and thank you very much for preparing an amazing program and bringing that together for us, and also to be part of what I think is a fascinating I wouldn't say accelerator, but two individuals who are hugely passionate about tech and startups. And I think, 2023, I can't wait to see what else they do. And that's the being part of Hotbed and the beta program. Really loved being part of that. So that was really exciting. Learned so much. I always say that one of the things that come from being part of in a year is that you get a chance to meet some really, really inspirational people who play a huge part in both what you're doing in that particular time, and how that sort of inspires you to achieve greater things in the year. So these are what I call chance meetings, right? And what they do is they give you that, wow, okay, this person's added so much value to where we are right now, enabled us to do things that we never thought were possible. So yeah, I'm really excited. So first one is, in no order, Glenn Westlake, who is a Midlands-based investor who kind of was part of the cohort or the group that when we pitched for Angel Group. So I'm really thankful for the time he's taken out to kind of talk me through what we're doing, really kind of add value, and always checking in to just see how we're doing and what we're up to, and being true to his word. And sometimes, what I learned from the UK BAA was that, whilst an investor may not invest in you, sometimes it's actually not the financial investment, it's the support and other things that he can do, the referrals and the recommendations. And I love receiving his emails when he says, "Oh, do you think about this person? I've just kind of brought this group together," all that type of stuff. That's really exciting to kind of have those conversations with him. Matthew Roberts, at Stripe, we had an opportunity to be part of the office hours they were offering, and to kind of have, I think it was a 30-minute session around pricing. Wow, it was a game changer for us and really helped us sort of evaluate and price our model, which has been brilliant as we've kind of started to enter really exciting conversations and discussions and bringing our first customer, etc. And having that kind of time was unbelievable. Steve Lyons, who through Innovate UK Edge, great Edge consultant who's been instrumental in helping us not only be ready for Pitch Fest events, but also in terms of getting access to investors, looking at what we're doing in terms of the organization, accessing grants, and just really kind of supporting us through the wonderful network that's Innovate UK. So thank you very, very much for that. To Raphael at Barclays, thank you very, very much for being my mentor on the Barclays Black Founders program. It's been really inspirational and great to kind of have you on there, Raphael. And yeah, some of the nuggets he gave me around, the prioritization matrix and how we're using that right now, and how to kind of make that decision process when you've got those big decisions to make, how to sort of try and reach a point whereby you kind of are able to not only make that decision but understand the why and all that type of stuff, and introducing me also to the next highlight, which is having Rachel on board, who joined us as our marketing advisor, and the work that she's done and how she's really kind of helped us put together our go-to-market strategy, look at our website brief and kind of position the marketing function now ready to bring on our first inbound marketeer to drive our kind of go-to-market strategy. So, that kind of link is really good. And I go back to that whole thing that, it's about who you meet and what they open up for you. On the marketing piece, rebranding from MyPam to FutureMatch, launching the Career High podcast, our go-to-market strategy, having that ready in place for 2023. And I said, hiring our first inbound marketeer as well. And just one other thing, right? Because also I think it's important to just kind of mention, and we've obviously launched a kind of social media strategy. And as part of that, we kind of got working with Shogun and James Gale and the team, Freddie, Amy, George. I can't say enough about this team and how much they work with us to really kind of push where we were. So I think when they came on board, we were probably about 50 followers. We're now 658 and counting. some really interesting organizations in there. But what I really love is the enthusiasm the team has, the passion that they have for what we're building, what we're delivering, what we're doing. And when we sit down, we're doing our content meetings. If I say to you, that's probably one of the most event that happens in my week or month that I look forward to the most, right? So we talk about highlights. I think it's just a big shout out to that team as well. It's great. And building on to that, our podcast guest, David Wallace, always a highlight to have him on and really kind of talking to him about the world of careers and his in-depth knowledge. And I'm looking forward to 2023. Got some major plans and exciting things to do with hopefully with David on board. We've got Jenny, James, great story in the WWE. To Sienna, thank you very much for it was a highlight to sort of hear and see you on your journey as you went from being A-level student to now doing a degree apprenticeship at Fujitsu. And I know that you're excited about coming in and talking about what we do next in your experience and all that type of stuff. So that was absolutely amazing. We successfully secured a number of instrumental grants that really played a key part in pushing where we were with, whether it's our product or marketing process or IP. So that was really helpful. Diverse supply chain, to innovation vouchers, to innovation networks. Thank you very, very much. That was a really big highlight working with you and kind of having that support, which enables us to push and launch some of the things, including, our explainer video, which is now part of our marketing toolkit. To the UK IPO through Innovate UK, a chance to have a look at doing an audit on our IP and where does it stand, and then being able to do a follow-up, which has enabled us to commercialize our IP as well. So that was fantastic finally to get. So in total, across those grants, around £20,000. So that's been really, really helpful when you're scaling and growing a business as we are. So that's led to us registering the trademark for FutureMatch and Career Hive. So we've got our IP in place. The team, as I said, bringing on Rachel to kind of be our marketing advisor and lead on and really supporting on this. The fact that we're now hiring our first kind of 3 key hires, the chief of staff, head of customer experience to kind of lead the customer delivery for the new customers we've got on board, as well as our inbound marketeer. So that's really exciting. Product development, the launching of our MVP, and now actually doing the second phase development that we're doing. Another highlight was probably getting through, well, it's not successful, but a really strong highlight was being involved in the Innovate UK competition for the PMED sector, and our bid kind of getting through the first initial proof of concept to then get to the final stage. That really kind of gave us validation around what we were thinking about with the Career Hive and how that definitely joins up with what we're building with the FutureMatch platform and how those two things will come together. So it was a really good highlight for us from looking at what are we doing as a product, understanding our value proposition, and sort of just starting to work on that product market fit. So it's good to kind of have that on board. We have, and we'll be hopefully announcing in the new year, our first customer officially. We also have a college and a university already interested in the Career Hive, which is going to be an additional tool to what we do next year. So we're really excited about that. Again, that's one of those highlights. Again, when you start to talk to organizations and they start to say, yes, we want to work with you and we want to pay for the service and product that you have, and you suddenly realize that actually there's more that we can go for. And you can sort of build that momentum. So that's been a massive highlight for me. And the biggest one of all is we're lucky enough to be part of the Raise Ventures alumni and the Raise Ventures stable. And I would want to say to everybody who's part of that alumni, to the founders and creators of Raise Ventures, it's always a highlight, right? Whether it's the communications on Slack, on WhatsApp, then when we meet face to face, every single one of you is an inspiration and is a highlight for me every kind of day and every kind of week going forward. So that is a year that is 2022 for us here at FutureMatch. Team growth, investment, rebranding, awards, exciting pitching events, brilliant accelerators, influential, exciting new people met, people coming on board, you know, the operation, the strategy, and all that type of stuff. Yeah, I think we could give the Meghan Harry documentary run for its money, right? If Netflix are interested in showcasing startups, come on, we're here at FutureMatch. Now, so thank you very, very much, and Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.